What's good, YouTube? Thought I'd make another driving around video. This time I'm going to focus on talking more about the car, so that's what I'll be doing. It's another cold winter day. I think it's about around 20 degrees, maybe colder. This time I'm recording with my 4K camera, so this is also kind of a test to see if this picks up a little bit more than my other camera. So I guess we'll see what happens. My engine's still warming up, so I'm gonna let her I'm gonna drive pretty easy until she's up to operating temperature. So just thought I'd give a heads up. Go ahead and turn off the stability and traction. Don't need that right now. But yeah, like I was saying, right now I'm almost at 8,000 miles. I got 7,923 miles on the dot. So I'll talk a little bit about the car. I mean, for the most part, it's been very reliable, no issues. You know, besides a few rattles here and there. It's been a great car. I love this engine. I think it's a great engine. I really think they need to put this into the new STI. I think that'll be a great idea. Fuel economy is great. Throttle response is pretty good. I know some people like to mod it and get the what do you call it, the Cobb tuner stage 1 or stage 2, whatever it is. But I'm pretty happy with it being stock, and with it being winter time right now, I'm not too crazy about having extra power, because obviously in winter time you can't really drive all that fast. So maybe come summertime, maybe spring, I'll look into maybe some modifications. Right now, I'm just going to keep her stock. I've also noticed, at least reading online and seeing videos on YouTube, that I guess in the colder weather, below freezing and maybe colder, you actually won't get full boost. And even though you're not getting full boost, I think because of the atmospheric pressure, you're actually still getting about the same amount of power you would whether it be a warmer day. So that's just something I've noticed. I haven't really tested it myself, but from what I'm seeing, in the colder weather, you're actually putting down a little bit less boost. So I don't know if it's 15 or what, but I know it's a little bit lower than say what my peak is right now, which is 21.9. So that's just something I noticed. Another thing worth mentioning, the other day I had 3 friends in my car, which is actually, you know, a lot of extra weight, and I've noticed taking off with you know, 3 or 4 people in your car is a lot slower. I mean, I swear, I was running through the gears and I kind of felt like my car was I don't know, a 200 horsepower car. It just felt like it was down on power. So I was pretty surprised that you know, you have all the extra weight. It'll play a big role in your power. So just something I thought was worth mentioning. Some other things worth mentioning. I've spoken in the past about some rattles this car has, and for the longest time I've always had a rattle on the right side A-pillar. It's usually when I'm in higher gear, say maybe 4th or 5th gear. There's always a good rattle towards the right A-pillar. I just can't really figure out where it's coming from, but in that general direction. Been pretty annoying, but from what I've read online, Subarus are kind of, I don't know, they're just known to have little things like that happen, so it's not really unusual. I just find that for a brand new car, you know, with under 10,000 miles, already, you know, getting rattles here and there. It just seems kind of, I don't know, just not expected, I guess. Actually, right now it's rattling pretty good, actually, now that I mentioned it. Probably do a little bit of takeoff here, not too much since there's a car beside me, but a little bit of a launch won't hurt. But yeah, power delivery, when I first got this car, the hardest thing, well, at least when driving it, was just to stay off the boost, because, you know, when you break in a brand new engine, you always want to keep it below, I think it was 4,000 RPMs. But I swear, because the boost comes on so early in this car, it was so hard to manage that throttle. It just really jumpy. So now that I've owned this car for, I don't know, I think it's been about 8 months now, and it's just, I'm just used to it now. But I swear, before getting used to that, it just took some time. That's why I always kind of recommended if you're getting a new car and you didn't know how to drive stick, it was never a good idea to use this car. Just the sound of the engine, it's just invigorating. I swear, every time you get on it, it's just great. One thing that's just great about owning this car is just listening to that the engine scream and that turbo spool up. What I also like is sometimes I notice when you're power shifted through the gears, sometimes when you're getting through the gears, the exhaust will let out kind of a burble in between the gear shifts. I don't know if it's kind of a backfire or what, but it's pretty sweet. Always enjoyable. probably get turned around somewhere because going in this direction it goes to a little more populated area. I prefer to stay on the back roads when I drive like this, just to kind of stay away from trouble. I guess some other things worth mentioning. Some winter tires I'm using, which I've mentioned before. The Nokian R2 Hakkapeliitas. I've been very impressed with what they did in the wintertime. One thing I've noticed, kind of a downside, is well, I guess with most winter tires, is the tread compound is a lot softer. So I've always noticed when I first got these on, driving through on the dry road, I noticed the handling definitely took some sacrifices. And also the speed rating. I think the speed rating on these is R, which I think is 106 miles an hour and below. So it also will limit your top speed. So, I mean, realistically, I think in the wintertime, you're not going to be kind of going for top speed runs or anything, but it's just something that worth mentioning about the winter tires. Looks like I got another WRX up ahead of me. Looks like I'll be right beside the other Rex. See how my fuel economy's been doing at 17.4, not so well, but what do you expect? I'm driving the piss out of this thing, so. I think at this very last light, until this damn Honda pulled in front of me, I was going to take off, but we'll see which way it's going. Guess we'll go left. Usually after runs like that, driving her hard, most people kind of know that you want to kind of drive it easy once you're headed back, because that turbo is pretty warm, pretty hot. So whenever I head back, I always just go really easy on it. I mean, I'm talking shifting at 2,000, about between 2,500 and 2,000 RPMs. And just keeping her pretty quiet. One thing I noticed with this car, I guess some turbocharged vehicles, at least my previous car, the Saab 93, if you've driven it a long distance and then you parked it and the car was off, the oil coolers would still run, which I liked because it, you know, kind of helps keep the turbo cooler only after you shut off the engine. But I know that this vehicle, it doesn't seem to happen. I've never heard any kind of turbo coolers or whatever they're called running, so kind of unfortunate. I guess I'll go ahead and stop it here. I mean, there's really not much else I'm going to do, so try again next time.